All right, welcome everyone. I'm Samantha Weisbach. I'm the owner and general manager here at Dancewear Center, and I'm joined today by a very special guest. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Jeanne Robson, and I'm a new ambassador for Dancewear Center, and I currently teach at Fidalgo DanceWorks in Anacortes. I teach mostly ballet, and I teach all ages, and I've been at that studio for probably 2 decades now. I know.
That's amazing. Well, great. Can you tell us a little bit about your dancing journey?
Sure. Like many of us, I started at 5 years old, and at that time, I don't remember ever not wanting to be a dancer. That's just what I wanted to do. And so I continued with classes. I studied when I was younger, elementary. I was in Atlanta, Georgia. So I studied at the Atlanta Ballet School. And then we moved to New York, and I went to School of American Ballet. And from there, I moved. Melissa Hayden invited me to dance in Seattle at what was then known as Pacific NorthWest Dance and is now known as Pacific NorthWest Ballet. And I danced there, went back to Philadelphia, came back to Seattle, danced with P&B with Ken Francia, and then took another, like, I don't know, me in 20 years. So really I'm 100 years old. Okay. So then I took a pretty long break. I went to school and got my BA in education and special education. And I've worked with little people, meaning like preschool little people, since then. And I still do that and enjoy that. And then when I started teaching, I was called into sub and then sort of never stopped. It just kept growing.
That's so amazing. Oh, that's so cute. Little people or little humans. Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about why you applied to be a DWC ambassador?
Sure. First of all, when I first met you and y'all, it was pack up your van and bring all your shoes and help out our dancers, because as you know, and as many people know, it's just hard to, even if you can get to where you need to go to get your shoes. Point shoes was our first intro, and other supplies. You don't always have the time, right? So that was wonderful, and I just completely loved your attitude, your presence, and what you were bringing. You were bringing more than just shoes, and I was really inspired by that. And then I've had a couple of dancers who have been ambassadors for Dancewear Center, and I have to admit they encouraged me to walk through this. And I just really, I still feel like I just am beginning to know you, so I want to know more about you, your company, and also just the bigger picture. I would love to learn more about just what's going on in the dance world in this area, because I feel like I've just been living in a bubble. I go to work and then I drive to my center, and then so I would really like to expand my horizons and learn more what people are doing, because there's so many great changes coming about in the dance world.
Yeah, that's so incredible. Well, thank you for your kind words. That's very sweet. And I'm also excited to have you like closer in our circle. I'm excited to like be more connected, because that's a big part of this program too. Like almost everyone is like, I want to get more connected. That's why I applied. And I'm like, I also want to get more connected. I think we all have this desire to do that. And that's what the program's all about. So we're excited to have you. And the thing that unifies all of us here is dance, obviously. So can you share a little bit about what your favorite thing is about dance?
lots. So for me, I thought about this question when you asked it most recently, which is dance can be there for so many reasons, for so many people, and it can be different every day. So you don't have to be have a goal of being a professional dancer. You can do it for yourself. You can start at any age. You can go away and come back. When I think about when I'm actually dancing, or when you're in the classroom, or a class, working through your class, some days you just want the physical activity. Some days it's just really emotional, and you can work through even the bad stuff. It can be very therapeutic. Depending on what you're doing and working on, there's a team. I love it because there's the team, but then you're also you're your individual. Who are you competing with? Yourself. Who are you working with? Yourself. And then just sometimes when you just want to immerse yourself in something that and get away from that other world that's out there. So that's of the doing, and just enjoying and watching people. I love the physicality of it. A lot of times when I'm watching dance, yes, I love costumes, I love lighting, I love all that stuff. But what I'm like just studying bodies. How are they using their body? Yeah, so I'm like rambling on, but I feel like there's so many reasons. And again, like I said, I work with little people, using movement just for brain skills, math, musicality, all sorts of things.
So many things. Yeah, so many things, so many benefits. I love that. Well, okay, so on the flip side, what was, maybe still is, your biggest challenge within the sphere of dance?
The biggest one is really injuries. I mean, that's a really wide topic, but finding that balance between pushing your body or one's body and pushing it too far. And we don't have the answer. We do the best we can. But I'm thinking, and maybe just because it's right now there's a lot of injuries sort of in the circle that I'm in, and things come with that depending on what you're doing as a dancer. There's, first of all, there's the fear. What have I done? What is it? What's going to happen tomorrow? How is this affecting my big goals? If I keep working on it, is it going to get worse? Or do I just work through it? And just the long term, and for young people, myself included, it's only recently that I've kind of learned to work smarter. But the part about realizing it's also very important to train your body for the future, not just this very moment. I'm an amateur student of anatomy and fascia and exercise science, and these are excellent tools, and I'm so happy that we're in a time when this is readily available. Whereas when I reflect, we had ice, adhesive tape, and get in there and dance. And that was nobody's fault. It's just that was the knowledge that we had, and that sports med was this new thing, and you had to be kind of an athlete to even receive it. So I love that we have access to to PT on a regular basis, and it's part of a regular routine and regimen, and healthy cross training. So again, I'm sort of going off topic about that, but injuries are a really big deal. And as much as I study and as a teacher, I want to be able to help my students and advise my students. And I'm still a student in that area. So, but it's a responsibility as a teacher to make sure our children, our students, our dancers are working as healthily as possible.
Yeah, I love that. And you're kind of already at answer, like you've started to kind of touch on this, the next question, which is, so big challenge has been injuries and kind of navigating that, and maybe previously not having the tools and the knowledge, and now gaining that and trying to, learn all that. But what advice would you give to other dancers that are struggling with the same challenge?
Yes, excellent question. That it's also more than just the physicality, there's the using your muscles, there's nutrition, there's this phrase, I know you know this phrase, but I'm so tired of hearing it, but it's really true, like the self-care thing. So what did I write? I wrote it down. I'm like, what am I going to call it from now on? Oh, self-investment. That's what I'm going to start calling it, self-investment. And again, it's taken me, to a certain age to really understand what that means. Yeah, like it's a good theory, but to really to help younger dancers, younger people learn about that instead of waiting. So prevention, thinking in terms of prevention instead of fixing it once something's right. It's never too late when you can always improve physically. But that would be, pay attention to information about nutrition, seek out advisors or counselors in that area, because there are resources available. And but there are exercises that can support, for example, I do have a certificate along with other teachers at Fidalgo DanceWorks in progressing ballet technique is one. That's just one example of the things that we can do using props and different exercises to support the execution of, for example, there are a lot of ballet moves that they're not really natural. they become natural. Like, why do we feel comfortable? When I did my point shoe fitting with you, Samantha, I don't even know, it had been so long, but just putting my feet in those shoes, which makes no sense at all to dance on your toes and put all your weight right there, but it felt so much like home. I think I remember even saying that. So anyway, the point is we can, because our body is amazing, we can train safely and successfully to do some of these things that are just not completely natural. So obviously that's the thing I'm excited about, but that's what I would recommend to dancers. Just do your best to broaden your horizons, do some research or ask for help, and learn as much as you can about your individual body and what you can do to support it, because everyone's body is different anatomically, and then just what you need, where your strengths are, where you can build it up.
I love that. I love that phrase, self-investment. I'm going to start spreading that around, be like, Miss Jeannie coined it. It's like, it's because it is. I mean, it's like, and I think self-care, like sometimes equates to like people, we've equated in our mind to like, oh, it's indulgent. And I'm like, no, it's a necessity. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. That's so good. I love that. Very cool. Great. Okay. So last but not least, what is coming up for you in the near future? Are you teaching classes? Are you performing? Are you going to be hosting a workshop? Anything of that nature?
Well, let's see. Our immediate, within 2 weeks, Fidalgo DanceWorks performance, our spring performance for all of our dancers, not just ballet, inspired by Mary Poppins, and it's called Cherry Tree Lane. And so that's coming up like less than 2 weeks. I don't know. We're in the throes of it. Performances, don't tell anybody, but there's some teachers are going to be, they do a little number in there. Don't tell anybody. So that will be my big performance. So there's that. And then let's see, that's really, as far as me personally, the school has summer sessions going on. I'll be just teaching some classes in the summer. I don't have any big dance scheduled events. I will just, I'll be popping in and out of classes. And I'm also going to throw in, I'm going to backtrack a little bit about Pilates, and that being a support. That has definitely been my physical, well, it's my PT, mental and physical. I've been working with someone for over 4 years now, just once a week, and working through lots of, frozen shoulders, knee things, but like, anyway, so Pilates, if you're going to pick one thing, I'm going to vote for that as a cross training item. I got off track, but as I'm sitting here on all my Pilates stuff, but the reason I jumped to that is I will still be studying that, and anatomy, and my self-study, and doing what I can to learn new things and keep my dancers on their toes, literally.
Oh, that's amazing. It's still pretty busy for you. I love that. Very good. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your story. I know everybody's going to be really excited to hear about it. And we will catch everybody next time.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Samantha. It's a pleasure to work with you.
You as well.